India's newest airline, Akasa Air, backed by billionaire investor Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, began commercial operations on Sunday with the first flight on the Mumbai-Ahmedabad route. The low-cost carrier started operating 28 weekly flights between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. While Akasa has a total of 72 Boeing planes on order, it initially started operations with two fuel-efficient 737 MAX aircraft. Akasa competes directly with other budget carriers like Indigo, SpiceJet and Go First. But its network strategy will be to connect metro cities with smaller towns across India. More locations will be added in a phased manner as the airline plans to deploy 2 planes each month in the first year. In an interview with Nikkei Asia in June, Akasa's co-founder and CEO Vinay Dubey said it does not make sense for the airline to become another player in the busier routes which already see cutthroat competition. Akasa will still have limited metro-to-metro flying.
From a strategic perspective, I think Akasa's roadmap to look at tier 2 and tier 3 destinations makes a lot of sense because those are opportunities where the yields obviously are far better, in addition to your focused connectivity into larger tier 1 cities. So you're going to be dispersing and creating better connectivity. From a revenue perspective, it works great because right now the focus is mostly tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 coming up to tier 1. And we've seen that quite successfully work with quite a few airlines, including the success of Star Air as well as Indigo. So from a longer perspective, it works great. But at some point, they will have to really migrate and come over to the Delhi Bombays of the world.
Experts also say that Akasa's strategy to focus on smaller tier 2 and tier 3 cities has more to do with non-availability of slots at peak timings to bigger cities. Hence, it is convenient for a new entrant to focus on departures from a metro to a relatively smaller city where there is no paucity of slots. On the Mumbai-Ahmedabad route, Akasa is pricing its tickets on par with other low-cost airlines like Indigo and Go First. On 12th of August, Akasa plans to start its Kochi-Bengaluru operations. On 19th of August, it will launch flights connecting Mumbai and Bengaluru. Its fares are among the lowest in both these sectors. Till recently, the cheapest fares in these sectors were dominated by Indigo or on occasion by AirAsia India. While Akasa is matching other budget airlines on pricing, it continues to rely on pricey add-ons like extra luggage fee, cancellation fee, and pre-ordered meals to generate additional money. Other services, including seat selection and priority boarding, have been priced to match Indigo and other low-cost carriers. While the entry of Akasa Air and the relaunch of Jet Airways is expected to intensify the competition for Indian carriers, ratings agency ICRA said cost headwinds from fuel costs and depreciation of the rupee will result in an increase in airfares. However, it will be limited by the intense competition and endeavor of airlines to maintain and/or expand their market shares. According to the ICRA note, the near-term revenue growth will be supported by passenger traffic growth. Domestic air travel has made a sharp recovery this year, with airlines flying over 57 million passengers in the first half, up 238% from last year.
I don't think Akasa should toe the line of getting into an aggressive price war. I think Akasa should focus on providing a good service, providing the traveler a good, reliable air transport system. Right now, we're talking about Akasa having effectively 2 aircraft versus an Indigo with 300. And then you start adding a Go Air and an Air India. So the competition can very easily wipe out Akasa in the first month if Akasa chooses to go aggressive with a price war.
As experts say, it would be prudent for Akasa to focus on reliable, safe air transport and gain the trust of consumers instead of getting into pricing wars with competitors. Also, the impact of Akasa's entry on airfares is likely to be minimal and negligible, at least in the near term.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
सब अच्छी दिख रही हैं यार, कौन सी खरीदूं?
ये तो वही बात हुई, 4000 शेयर्स लिस्टेड है, कौन सा लूं?
वो तो सबसे आसान है।
तुझे 5 पैसा नहीं पता?
अब तो सबको पता है। 5 पैसा पर है 4000 स्टॉक्स की रिसर्च, टेक्निकल टूल्स और इन्वेस्टमेंट आइडियाज। डाउनलोड 5 पैसा नाउ।
अब तो सबको पता है, investing made easy and rewarding with 5 paisa. Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.